Good evening. I'm Amit Banerjee, and I have here today with me Apsara Reddy, who is a popular television show host and a print journalist. Ms. Reddy has served as the editor in leading publications such as Deccan Chronicle and the New Indian Express. And her current show, Natpudan Apsara, is one of the leading shows on the Thanti TV network. She's an alumnus of the Monash University and the City University in London, and she'll be talking to us on issues pertaining to the LGBT community. Thank you once again for joining us today, ma'am. I'd like to start the interview with the question, like, what inspired you into this field?
Into journalism or into television?
Journalism, the media industry.
Okay, I think telling stories has been a passion always, via print, via radio, via television.
Okay.
For me, it's always telling a story. That's what drove me to journalism. And I think it's such a beautiful way of serving the public too, because whatever information you give, be it lifestyle, fashion, hardcore news, it's always, there's an element of news in every bit of news. I think it inspires, it informs, and it entertains a lot of people. So any form of news is news, according to me. And to tell stories to different viewers, to different readers, to different listeners is what drove me to journalism.
Did you face any hurdles on your path towards realizing a deep dream?
I think the only barrier or obstacle or difficulty, I would say, is Indian parents think journalism is not such a remunerative career. I think they always push you towards being an engineer or a doctor, not knowing how many doctors are quacks and how many engineers flop. So I think journalism, that was the initial hiccup where people told me, oh, journalism, you won't get paid as much. But I think I'm under 30 and I've headed newspapers and I'm doing a successful chat show and I get paid decently well. So no regrets. That's the only obstacle.
In your stint in some of the leading publications, what was the attitude of your colleagues towards you?
I think I don't think it's just journalism. I think in any field, if you're young and especially if you've made drastic choices like I've made in terms of my sexuality, in terms of my appearance, in terms of the medical procedures I've done, you're bound to get resistance, not because they're insensitive, because they're ill-informed. Okay. So it took me a little while to kind of break that stereotype. But I think once you deliver work and you deliver quality work and you're competitive at it, I don't think anybody can stop you, because you judge me by what I put on the table, not what I do behind my bedroom door.
You stayed in places such as Australia and Great Britain. Do you feel there's a difference in the attitude between the people in those countries and people here in India?
I think those countries are very used to sights and sounds of gays and lesbians and transgender people. Okay. Here they're not so, and I think there's a little bit of underground LGBT activities in India. There it's quite open. There LGBT pubs, restaurants, concerts, and I think it's more open. Okay. That's the only difference. But I don't think people have been discriminatory. I don't think people have been abusive towards me. I couldn't have come where I am if India wasn't a safe place. I haven't been abused or discriminated, and I've been to places like street markets, to high-end malls. I think Indian people are very warm, and somewhere inside them, they have that gene of tolerance.
So you think the Indian audiences are the Indian mentality is slowly changing, especially in urban areas?
I never faced any discrimination, so I don't know how it was before, because whatever I faced has been positive.
Your show is becoming a big hit, the Natpudan Apsara show. So do you feel that Indian audiences have come of age these days? They have no issues with maybe a transsexual hosting a show. Do you think they're matured eventually? Because at one point this would have been seen as a taboo.
I'd like to correct you first. I don't think it's becoming a hit. It is a hit. I don't think it's a taboo, because a transsexual doing a show, and when people are opening up to you so openly, I think it's quite natural. I think they look at you as a member of society. And I think Indian audiences want novelty, they're voyeuristic, they like glamour. So I don't think they don't shun anything new. Okay. And I feel Indian audiences want variety, and any television audiences around the world want variety. Okay. So I'm part of that mix. They might not accept me and embrace me, but they watch me.
True. And how did the transition from print to television come about, and how did it work for you?
See, print is very exciting, but it's a byline at the end of the day. Nobody knows how you look, and nobody knows what kind of work goes into your conversations with the celebrity. This is like live. This is open, and everything's recorded. There's an audiovisual appeal to it. So the transition happened because I think some people came to me with concepts 2-3 years back, and I kind of tweaked those concepts. It was presented to various channels, but I didn't find the right channel to work with, which wanted to present the show in a aesthetic, non-tacky, intelligent way. And I think Tandi Channel and Tandi TV and the team here, Mr. Rajiv Nambiar and the former COO, Mr. Chandrasekhar, and the head of this group, I think were very receptive and very encouraging. And I think in that encouragement, the city also joined the bandwagon and accepted the show.
Okay. To finish off this interview, I'd like to ask one final question. So, like, you're an inspiration to many people from the LGBT community. Like, most of the transsexuals I've talked to, like, know you by name and they watch your shows. Do you intend to help these people achieve their dreams even further in the form of, let's say, workshops or something?
I don't believe in micro communities and macro communities or minorities. I just believe that if you lead your life in a safe, secure, and a powerful, strategic manner, your life itself is a message. I don't believe in going onto the streets and walking for the gay pride. And I'll tell you why. I've got a lot of criticism for this, but I feel to walk there and say, give me rights because I look this way or this is how I do it, doesn't say much.